Exploration Day 6. Hello there, people who have access to the internet and who are currently using it to watch this video. My name is Pun Food, or just Pun if you prefer, and I'm not getting interrupted by new dialogue from the crew because, we didn't actually achieve the story goal necessary to, trigger new dialogue. But that's a good thing because that means I can go on my rant about how last time we went back to the tropical wilds where Alpha originally crash landed on the planet, and we made progress opening up bridges and gateways to lead us to spoilers, but probably not spoilers because if you're watching this you probably don't care about spoilers and or you already beat the game, where we're going to fight the area boss. But before that, let's talk! This area is quite warm compared to other regions on the planet. Quite warm? This is a tropical paradise compared to the Arctic wasteland where I crash landed. I love an Arctic cold fruit juice right about now! Well, Brittany, I think we earned a little reward. Perhaps we could go for a nice refreshing swim. No! I mean, with all due respect, sir, the oxygen concentration here is much higher than that of Kopai. Removing your spacesuit would wreak havoc on your system. Alright, calm down, Alf. Don't get your swim trunks in a bunch. Yeah, they comment that. The oxygen levels on this planet are much higher than they're used to. Which is interesting because oxygen is very reactive. And so, yeah, it would wreak havoc. I mean, most of the time as humans we think oxygen, that's what keeps us alive. Yeah, it keeps us alive, but also at the same time, you know, it's very, I don't want to say deadly, but it's very dangerous. Like, to a lot of things. And it's complex, but yeah, basically oxygen is poisonous to them in high concentrations. Sort of like how the same for carbon dioxide for us. Let's just land. Tropical wilds, follow the mystery signal. Now, getting straight to the point, still not going to be using reds. But getting straight to the point, rock Pikmin aren't actually all that useful for this area boss, so I'm only going to bring about 30. The other 70 are going to be yellow and fight, do most of the work. Preparing for this area boss on Switch is much different than how you prepare for it on Wii U. Because on the Switch, the boss arena is a much better laid out. And I guess I'll get to that point when I get to the boss arena, though I guess I also discussed why I'm not worried about spoilers, and I'll just save it. For now, we're gonna dig up this hole and get these bomb rocks, because, we need to blow down this wall, because shortcuts. So, it's just one remaining. And that should blow it up. Okay. Now, the rest of our Pikmin are gonna be going over this way. Now, here's the thing. We're going to fight an area boss, but at the same time, if you're more experienced, you might want to have other captains doing other tasks while you're off fighting the area boss. Because it's better for multitasking, and also you don't need a full 100 Pikmin most of the time to fight the boss. Also, I hope this doesn't spoil it. Okay, good. You only need to throw a few Pikmin in there. And then over here. Normally these data files in the Wii U version would be in these mounds. But in the Switch version, you'll find instead in the mounds, we have bomb rocks. This is because this boss has a weakness to bombs. So, you get 3 bomb rocks, and then I brought the extra one from before. I perfectly timed that. Maybe I'm not gonna continue to get interrupted. So this must have been the source of the signal that lured us here. Well, I'm sure I can scavenge that to amplify the Drake's scanning range. So let's get it back to our ship. Yeah, area boss, usually this is like the only time I think it's a trap. But yeah, it's a trap. It is very much a trap. Because we're fighting the sand-belching mirror slug. Basically what this boss does is it tunnels under the ground, and it'll make either sinkholes or it'll rise up out of the ground to belch sand. Clever name, sand-belching mirror slug. You want to try and get bombs into its mouth when it's underground like that, making holes, though it can be tricky to time, and if you run out of bombs, you can defeat it by attacking it when it comes up. Be sure to not let your bomb rocks get hit, because they might explode if they do. Make sure to call your Pikmin too, because you don't want them forming a sinkhole right under you. Also, if you want, you can leave boss arenas at any time. I don't think I ever really mentioned that. Might be too late. Yeah, I was too late on that. But yeah, if you just want to wait for him to pop up, you can just go over here where sand can't attack you. So, okay. So let's send the bomb in, and now when you chews on it, it does a good hefty chunk of damage. And also, we can spicy spray to do even more. But a lot of bosses in this game have damage thresholds that they won't let you beat. And I believe this one either has that or just doesn't stay out of the ground as long when you use a bomb rock to do it. Which is fine. We just want to make sure they're making the most of the spicy spray. Oh, this is the big attack. Okay, when he does this, move as quickly as possible, because he turns the entire arena into a sinkhole. Well, almost the entire arena. I say this is probably, if you have one bomb left, where you want to save it for, because this is one of the hardest pits to get out of. But from here on out, just go wild. Attack it, it should die. Just barely didn't. Okay. Using half a day on an area boss isn't bad, but it certainly isn't ideal. As I was saying earlier, you can technically have captains do other things while you're fighting a boss, but also, it's not really that great to do so, because, you're going to be trying to dodge attacks while switching between captains. So it's usually better to just bring your whole squad instead of trying to... Also, the boss is dead. Yeah. It's usually better to just bring your whole squad instead of trying to multitask. Just because multitasking probably is going to cost you some Pikmin, like lives. Anyway, only thing you need to get back is this, the cell phone, flip phone. Otherwise, everything else is technically optional, but you wouldn't be able to progress if you didn't get back the cell phone. And how many do you need? Okay. Okay. And if you don't lose any Pikmin in the fight, it's always a good feeling because you can carry back all this stuff. I'm gonna put even more on these pieces that are more behind to get them back sooner so we can move on with the day, because right now, that's the one thing I will say about if you were to multitask. You don't have to waste as much time carrying back fruit and boss drops. Because when you have the boss defeated, you want to get back everything, but it usually requires most of your squad to do so. Which is not ideal when you're trying to multitask. But what I will do is Alf can just take 5 or so Pikmin, and I'm talking about multitasking, he can go over to this berry plant to get more spicy berries. Let's see, what else needs to be done? This has been dug out. I guess I'll just have these guys wait at base then. Well, Alf over here gets to, have them. Usually, if I don't have a whole lot to accomplish, I like to have one captain have like 5 Pikmin and sit over by a berry plant to harvest berries. And I know I'm about to get interrupted by this cell phone because... Analyzing. Oh! A message from the Drake! Analyzing recovered item. Folded data glutton. A communication device once used on this planet. Yeah, it's a folded data glutton, like the data glutton, but it folds because it's a flip phone. Haha. Yeah. But a phone and a flip phone, and they are communication devices. Maybe I'll explain what that's all about in a later episode once we progress more of the story, but for now, that's kind of odd, isn't it? Also, those ferrets are really cute. Its signal strength is very powerful and it contains technology unknown to Kopai. Again, how do you not know how to make a basic cell phone? Like, I guess we didn't know for like, 19,000 something years. Actually, way longer than that if you consider BC. Oh yeah, BC is a thing that exists. Kind of forgot about that for a second. Its transmitter is fully intact. I should have Alf take a look at this too! I'm sure he's got a few more engineer's tricks up his sleeve. Anyway, where was I? Right. So these guys are going to come back with the berries all day and basically start filling up our spicy nectar again. Well, these guys come back with fruit. And I'm probably going to end up depositing a lot of these yellows for what I have in mind next. Actually, what I have in mind next requires more than just 2 people. Well, while they're doing stuff, I want to look and see what my options are for the day. We already did everything over here. So, I could just go get these. This one, and there is this. I could, maybe I'll just go take out some enemies and open path. Though taking out enemies won't be worth it because we won't be coming back here for a few days now that we have story progression. So my options really are go get this fruit or go get enemies taken care of. I think I'm just gonna go get that fruit and make my way from there in that case. But I need all 3 captains for that, so I think I'm gonna turn. These guys should be enough. And Alpha's gonna come meet them over here. Meanwhile, Brittany and Charlie are gonna take these guys over here through this tunnel that we opened up yesterday. Because this requires all 3 captains, because we need to be going up. Don't get crushed. Also, Rock Pikmin's crush immunity is mainly why you want to bring a full squad of them over here, because they just take it like champs. Well, if they're doing that, Brittany can now go be the one to sit over by the yellow Pikmin. I mean, you don't technically need 3 captains. You just need someone who can throw rock Pikmin. But there is a data file up there that, you know, kinda needs to be grabbed. Okay. Charlie, you can go back to base, and Elf, you can grab this data file. He's gonna comment on it. Isn't he? He's not gonna comment on it. Okay, that data file basically tells you about, that puzzle over there. Spoilers, that's a puzzle. We have these guys. I'm just gonna have my rock Pikmin attack them because... Wait, why would I have my rock Pikmin attack them? I don't know, because I feel like it. Because I need something to do with my time. Also, I'm just gonna have them break that. Need bombs for that. And there are Wollywogs over here. And a data file and that. I think we're gonna have more Pikmin come over to get that. What? What boss did I trigger? Yeah, aside from area bosses, there are also mini bosses. And that, what you just heard, was the actual, like, boss theme. That's what I was looking for. These guys can go get that. That should be bomb rocks in there, so we can blow up that wall. And you want to blow up that wall. Is Charlie the one at base? Yes, he is. It took them that long to get this watermelon back. How are they still not all back yet? Okay. How's berry progress coming? Okay, that sound tells me that Alph is probably done. Oh, that's the boss that was triggered. I didn't even try to trigger that. Okay, that's the shaggy longlegs, which we won't be fighting today. We're just gonna put our bomb rocks there, stand back, watch it blow up, and run away. Because there's not much left to do today. Oh, they chased... One lone rock Pikmin chased a few, actually. Chased the swarming sheer grubs into the battle arena. Oh. Okay. Well, let's have Charlie be our roundup guy. Get these guys. Okay. Okay. This last part of the day. Okay. Gonna have Brittany take care of that guy. Charlie, you can take this guy. Let him finish. And then... that should just be the one that's caught on this ledge over here. The shaggy longlegs only stomps back and forth, so if you're ever in a situation like this, don't be scared. He can't really do anything to you if you just stay in the corner. And also make sure you're like constantly whistling, so that way you have him at the end of the day. Oh no, I think that counter might have just ticked up by 1. No, don't tell me my whistle timing was off. Don't tell me, please. Please, don't tell me. Don't, please. Just please tell me that it was technically counted. No! 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 Loving memory of that rock Pikmin. So that's what happens when you encounter a situation where you're trying to whistle the Pikmin for their lives because they're slightly in a place you can't reach them, and, you know, the counter just decides to be mean and count at the right second so that you can't whistle them before they fall out of your party again. Ha ha ha! Yeah, and they're lost to sunset and you can never get them back, and those deaths always feel like they're so tragic, and like, because they feel like they could have been prevented. They feel like, you know, he wasn't in danger if it just wasn't for the timer. It just feels... It feels like New Fruit Yay is not an accurate statement to describe how I feel right now. Anyway, the Crimson Banquet, it's a giant watermelon split into multiple different pieces, and, you know, the whole fruit as a whole is worth 3 juice, but each individual piece has its own amounts that I don't care enough to actually document and see what they're all worth. So yeah, because this is the... I thought I was going to get away without being interrupted this video. Well. Yeah, we're going to need even more. I get it, Brittany. Well, this is the first time we're ever really encountered the fact that none of the fruit is technically new, aside from the Crimson Banquet, but I don't have much to say about it, and it's an accurate name, whatever. So we're going to use the fast forward button to make this go really fast. Yeah, sunset deaths always feel preventable. Well, bottoms up. Yeah. Day 6. Well, for fighting an area boss, and for, like, for fighting an area boss, and for heavily increasing our rock Pikmin numbers, and something else, I don't know. I think one death, I guess, is pretty good, but a sunset death isn't. It's always gonna hurt. Did I ever really fully explain why the prep is different? Yeah, the weakness to bomb rocks, I don't think I actually explained why that's different on Wii U. But there aren't bomb rocks in that map. Those mounds are where the data files are, so you would have to go around the actual, like, entirety of the tropical wilds in order to get bomb rocks from every single mound to have enough to fight the boss. But in the Switch version, they just put them in there for game balancing, so you don't have to go around, and they put the data files in the actual arena, because I'm betting you a lot of people missed the mounds when they first fought the boss. But yeah, I know we got a badge for defeating the sand-belching mirror slug. Was this? We already got that one. Okay, but yeah, Duel in the Dunes. It wasn't really a desert. Were there dunes? I wouldn't say there were. But yeah, beating the sand-belching mirror slug, and that's it. So, I guess, you know, we'll find out what we do with that folded data glutton, and where we'll go next. I was gonna say next and make the joke about next time, you know, because the next button, but I sort of already ruined it. I'm interrupting myself now, jeez! Next time! But for now... Oh, we got one from Charlie, that's new. We showed that beastly mirror slug who is boss and retrieved the communication device without incident. Alf is working on incorporating the device's transmitter into the Drake's communication systems. The creatures on this planet will eat anything. What gluttons. I'm glad we co-pilots aren't like that. Charlie. Yeah. And my name has been... And my name has been, and will be tomorrow, and the day after that, 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 and the day after, and always will be, Pun Food.